Hello dear students, welcome to Konar classes. Today we are going to discuss geometric progressions. We know it is as GP. So let us understand what is geometric progression. So let us consider this sequence A1, comma A2, comma A3, comma, in that way it continues, and then we get a nth term An, and then so on, in such a manner that the ratio of two consecutive terms are equal. That means what? If we take that A2 by A1, that should be equal to the ratio of A3 and A2. That means that should be equal to A3 by A2. That will be equal to A4 by A3. Okay, and so on. In that way we can make a general one, is that An by An minus 1, that should be equal to An plus 1 divided by An, okay, and so on. So if we see that the ratio of A2 and A1 is equal to the ratio of A3 and A2 and so on, then we can call that this sequence is in geometric progressions. Okay. So this ratio A2 by A1, A3 by A2 and like this, so this ratio is known as the common ratio. So what do we get? Common ratio. Common ratio, that is symbolically represented by R, and obviously there is a first term. So first term we can write as denoted by A. First term is denoted by A. So dear students, if we know the first term A and the common ratio R, we can construct the geometric progression uniquely. How? Suppose we write it as that first term is A, then second term will be A into R, because the ratio between AR and A is R, the common ratio. Then the next term will be AR square. Next term will be A R cube, and so on. In that way, if we go to the nth term of the geometric progression, so it will be A n to the power A R to the power n minus 1. Let me repeat. The first term is A, second term is AR, third term is AR square, fourth term is AR to the power 3. In that way, the nth term is AR to the power n minus 1. So what we see, dear students, that nth term of this geometric progression, nth term is denoted by Tn, and this is equal to A into R to the power n minus 1. Okay. So this is the first formula to find the nth term of a geometric progression. And dear students, that the next one is that like arithmetic progression, which we discussed in the previous session, that sum up to the first n terms. So let's see what is the sum up to the first n terms. Okay, so sum up to the first n terms, sum up to the first n terms. Okay, so that we denote it as Sn. And what is Sn then? Sn is equal to A, the first term, plus AR, the second term, plus AR square, the third term, and in that way we get the nth term A into R power n minus 1. Symbolically, we can write this Sn as, we write Sn is equal to summation, okay, A into R to the power k minus 1, where k is varying from 1 to n. Okay, you apply k equal to 1, you get A into R to the power 1 minus 1, that is A into R to the power 0, that is the first term, plus you apply k equal to 2, that is a into r to the power 2 minus 1, that means ar, that is the second term. Apply k equal to 3, we get a into r to the power 3 minus 1, that means a into r to the power 2, the third term. In that way, the last one is k is equal to n, and we get a into r to the power n minus 1. So what we are going to do, dear students, we are going to find the sum up to the first n terms. What is the formula for that? Okay, so let us work on that. Okay, so let me do it here. So what we see is that Sn is equal to a plus ar plus ar square plus a r to the power 3 ar cube, that is in that way up to a into r to the power n minus 1. Okay. Now let us multiply both sides of this equation by r. So then what we get? R into Sn, that should be equal to, the a is multiplied with r, so I am writing it here ar, plus the second one is that a into r is multiplied with r, it become ar square. Then ar square multiplied with r, we get ar cube, plus in that way what we get here, we will get a into r to the power n minus 1 plus that a r to the power n minus 1 multiplied with r become a r to the power n. And what you see that this a r to the power n minus 1, that is the previous term of the previous one, that Sn, that is a r to the power n minus 2 multiplied by r become a into r to the power n minus 1. And the last term, that is a r to the power n minus 1 multiplied by r, we get a r to the power n. Fine. Then what we are going to do, dear students? So we are going to subtract that the second one from the first one. That means what? So we put a minus sign here, minus sign here, minus sign here, minus sign here. In that way we put this minus sign, correct? Then what we will see, dear students? This ar and this ar will get cancelled. This ar square will cancel with this ar square. This ar cube will cancel with this ar cube. This a r to the power n minus 1 will cancel with this a r to the power n minus 1. So what we left with? In the left hand side we get 1 minus r into Sn. Okay. That is equal to, what we are going to get is that a minus, this is the a and this is minus a r to the power n, a into r to the power n. We get this one, or if we represent in some different way, the reverse way, if we can write also that r minus 1 into Sn is equal to a into r to the power n minus a, correct? So now let's look into the first one. So if we look into the first one, so what we get? Sn, we get Sn is equal to, in the numerator we can take a common, 1 minus r to the power n divided by 1 minus r, correct? And in the second one, what we are going to get, dear students, is that Sn is equal to a into r to the power n minus 1, r to the power n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Now that I wrote these two different flavors of the same formula. If you multiply both numerator and denominator by minus 1, you will get this one. So then why I wrote like this? This formula, that is Sn equal to a into 1 minus r to the power n by 1 minus r, we are going to apply this formula when the value of r is in between -1 and +1. -1 less than r less than +1, then we are going to use this formula. And we are going to use this formula, that is Sn equal to a into r to the power n minus 1 by r minus 1, when r is either greater than 1 or r is less than -1. Correct? Then there is obvious question, what is going to happen when r equal to 1? It is quite simple, dear students, that when r equal to 1, you see that entire that sequence becomes a like up to n times. Correct or not? So what we get when r equal to 1, what we are going to get is that sum up to the first n terms, that Sn, that becomes n into a. Correct? And when r equal to -1, what we are going to get, that when r equal to -1, so let me write it here, that r equal to -1, then we are going to get that Sn equal to that, let's consider these are the two terms, then a and minus a 0. So Sn will be 0 if there are even number of terms, if n is even, and Sn will be equal to a if n is odd. Correct? By the way, these two are extreme case, not used that much. These are the two important formulas. Okay, so what we understood so far, dear students, that if a geometric progression is given to us, okay, and what is meant by the geometric progression given to us? We know its first term, that is denoted by a, as I already wrote earlier. So let me write here once more. So whenever we know that is a geometric progression, so we know there is a two important attributes. The first one is that first term of this geometric progression, and that it is generally denoted by a, and the second one is the common ratio, and that is denoted by r. If we know these two, then there are two important formulas we can derive. We already derived it, but let me summarize. The first one is the nth term. What is the nth term? Nth term is Tn, and what is it? It is a into r to the power n minus 1. That is the nth term, the first one. And the second one is the sum up to the first n terms, that is Sn. So what is the formula for Sn? Sn is equal to a into 1 minus r to the power n by 1 minus r, when that r, the common ratio, is in between -1 to +1. And Sn is equal to a into r to the power n minus 1 by r minus 1, when r is greater than 1 or r is less than -1. Fine. So based on these formulas, we need to solve several problems, and we are going to work on that. Okay. So before that, let us understand few examples of geometric progression. What are the examples of geometric progression I can show you? So the first one I can show you is that there is a geometric progression something like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So what is the first term? First term a is equal to 2. And what is the common ratio? Common ratio r is equal to 4 by 2. Okay. So sorry, I made a small mistake here. This should be 8 here. 2, 4, 8, then 16. Yeah. So this is the geometric progression: 2, 4, 6, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on. Okay. So what is the first term? A is equal to 2. And what is the common ratio? R is equal to 4 by 2, that is 2. That is equal to 8 by 4, that is 2. That is equal to 16 by 8, that is also 2. So we get that first term as 2 and common ratio as 2. Let's look into another geometric progression. So let me write you another geometric progression here. So for example, we write the first one as 0.01, the first term 0.01, then the next term is 0.001, next term as 0.0001, and so on. So what is the first term? First term is A is equal to 0.01. And what is the common ratio, dear students? So common ratio is 0.001 divided by 0.01. Correct? So that is the common ratio. So we are going to solve few questions. That most important part is that solving questions on geometric progressions. Now, before I proceed, if you recall that arithmetic progression, in arithmetic progression also there are two important attributes. The first one is that first term, which is denoted by A, and the second one is that common difference, it is generally denoted by D. In case of geometric progression, here also there are two attributes. The first one is the first term denoted by A, like arithmetic progression, and the second one is the common ratio, and it is denoted by R. Now let's work on some questions together, okay? And please note down these formulas, okay? The Tn, that is nth term, that is A into r to the power n minus 1, and Sn, the sum up to the first n terms, that is equal to A into r to the power n minus 1 by r minus 1, when the value of r is either greater than 1 or less than minus 1. Or you can write Sn is equal to A into 1 minus r to the power n by 1 minus r, when r is in between minus 1 to plus 1. Okay. So now the first question, let me write it down. So let me take it from my notebook. The first question, dear students, you also do along with me. Find the 10th and nth term of the GP. Find 10th and nth term of the GP. GP means geometric progression. Okay. So what is it? Is 5, 25, 125, and it continues. Okay. Very simple. Okay, but you need to practice so that you get very comfortable of solving this type of questions. Though in this GP, the moment we see this GP, dear students, that 5, 25, 125, and so on. So from there, one thing we know that the first term A, that is equal to 5, and the common ratio R, that is equal to 25 by 5, that is also 5. Correct? So now as we know the first term and common ratio, then we can find the nth term. What is the nth term? Nth term is denoted by Tn, if you recall, that is equal to A into r to the power n minus 1. Okay. So in this example, what is the value of A? A is 5. So from here we can write Tn is equal to 5 into R. What is R? R is also 5. 5 to the power n minus 1. So 5 into 5 to the power n minus 1, that means 5 to the power n. So from here we can get the nth term Tn is equal to 5 to the power n. Now that is the second part of this question, that is the nth term. Nth term we found. And what is the 10th term? That means n is equal to 10. So we need to apply n equal to 10 and we get 5 to the power 10. That is the 10th term. Correct, dear students? So what we get? This is the nth term. Okay. And this is the 10th term. Okay. So now let's proceed to the next question, dear students. Okay. So let me write down the second question from my notebook. The question is that which term of the GP, which term of the GP, okay, and GP is given, that is 2, 8, 32, 2, 8, 32, and it is written up to in terms, is 131,072. This is the question. That which term of this GP, that is GP is given as what? GP is given as that 2, 8, 32, like this. This is the GP. Now as we know this GP, dear students, that we know what is the first term. What is the first term? A, that is equal to 2. That is the first term of this GP. And what is the common ratio? R, that is equal to 8 by 2, that is equal to 4. Correct? So we know the first term and we know the common ratio. Now the question is that which term of this GP up to n terms is 131,072. That means let's assume that nth term be 131,072. That means what? Let that nth term Tn is equal to 131,072. That means what, dear students? What is Tn? Tn, we know the formula, A into R to the power n minus 1, that is equal to 131,072. Correct? Now what is the value of A? The value of A is 2. So what we can write here, dear students, that 2 into R. What is R? R is 4. So 2 into 4 to the power n minus 1 is equal to 131,072. Now it is quite simple to find the value of n from here. So what we can write here is that, so from here we can write that 4 to the power n minus 1, that is equal to 131,072 divided by 2, and that will become 65536. 65536. So I am taking this number from my notebook because it is not required to compute and spend time here. So 131,072 by 2 is equal to 65536. Okay. So that means what, dear students? So now if we make in the terms of power, so 4 to the power n minus 1, okay, that becomes that 65,536 is nothing but 4 to the power 8. Correct? So from here what you can write? So from here we can write that n minus 1 is equal to 8, and eventually we get the value of n is equal to 9. So dear students, what we can say, that ninth term of this GP 2, 8, 32 is 131,072. Correct? So now let's proceed to the next question. Okay. So let me clean it, then let me write it down. So the third question is the question here is that in a GP, GP means geometric progression. In a GP, the third term is 24. The third term is 24 and the sixth term is, and the sixth term is 192. Okay. The question is that find the 10th term. Find the 10th term. Okay. So how to proceed, dear students? So let this GP is having the first term A and common ratio R. Okay. Let the first term be A and the common ratio be R. Then what is the nth term, dear students? If we know these two, from here we can find what is the nth term. The Tn is equal to A into R to the power n minus 1. Correct, no, dear students? That is the nth term. Now let's look into the first statement. The third term is 24. When we read this statement, the third term is 24, what we can conclude? That from here we can write that T3 is equal to 24. T3 is equal to 24. Now according to the formula, what is T3? A into R to the power 3 minus 1. That means A R square. So from here what we get? We get A R square is equal to 24. Now let's look into the next part. Let me use a different color. That sixth term is 192. So from here what we can write, dear students, that T6 is equal to 192. Correct? Now what is T6 according to this formula? A into R to the power 6 minus 1, that means A into R to the power 5. So from here we can get A into R to the power 5 is equal to 192. Okay, dear students. So we get, A R square equal to 24. This is one relation. And another relation is that A into R to the power 5 equal to 192. And we have two unknowns, A and R. So we should have two equations. That's why it is we have derived this thing. Now how to find the value of A and R? So what we should do first, dear students, that let's make A R to the power 5 by A R square. That means A R to the power 5 by A R square. That should be equal to what? 192 divided by 24. Correct? Correct? Na? So from here what we get? A is not equal to 0. So we can write R cube is equal to 8. 192 by 4 is equal to 8. In bracket you should write, since A is not equal to 0. Okay, because if A is equal to 0, the question doesn't make sense. And also R square is not equal to 0. Okay, hence we are able to cancel A R square in both numerator and denominator in this expression. So R cube is equal to 8. So loss of indices, R cube equal to 8 means 2 to the power 3. So from here, dear students, we get the value of R is equal to 2. So that means the common ratio we get as 2. Okay. So now as we get the common ratio, now we can apply that value of common ratio in this equation A R square equal to 24. Okay. So we know A R square equal to 24. Na? A R square is equal to 24. And R is equal to 2. So from here we get A into R square means 2 square. 4 is equal to 24. So from here we get the value of A, that is equal to 6. So dear students, so we get the first term is 6 and the common ratio is 2. Now what is the question? The question is that find the 10th term. That means we need to find the value of T10. So how to find it out? So the value of T10 according to the formula, that is equal to A into R to the power 10 minus 1. So A into R to the power 10 minus 1 means 9. What is the value of A? A is equal to 6. And what is the value of R? The value of R is equal to 2 to the power 9. So 6 into 2 to the power 9. So let me take it from here. So 6 into 2 to the power 9, we will get it as, 3072. Okay, dear students, so I hope you got a very clear idea. Okay, now let's proceed to the next question. So after this class, I directly upload all these videos. So I do not get time to edit these videos. So if you find for example that I am cleaning this board, so this time you can skip, because that video editing is a very time consuming process. So I have lot of activities, lot of classes, so I do not get time. Okay, so now let's look into the next question. So let me write it down. The question is that, so this become first, second, third, fourth question, right? So let me write it here. The fourth question. Question is that find the sum of first n terms. Find the sum of first n terms. First n terms and the sum of first 5 terms, and the sum of first 5 terms, of the geometric series of the geometric series. And what is the series here? 1 plus 2 by 3, 1 plus 2 by 3 plus 4 by 9 plus and continues. You see, dear students, here it is mentioned geometric series, that is why it is represented as plus. The same question can be given as it is a geometric progression or a sequence, something like this, 1 comma 2 by 3 comma 4 by 9, like this. Now let's come to the exact question. Find the sum of the first n terms. That means what? The moment we see this thing, the sum of the first n terms, what comes to our mind, dear students? That is Sn. Okay, so that is Sn. Sn is equal to the formula that we will be applying, that it is A into 1 minus R to the power n divided by 1 minus R if R is between minus 1 to plus 1, correct? So when you are going to apply that, if minus 1 less than R less than plus 1, and Sn is equal to A into R to the power n minus 1 by R minus 1, okay, if R is greater than 1 or R is less than minus 1. Now, what is that exact value of R that we can find when we study this geometric progression? So what is the common ratio? That is quite simple. Common ratio, what is the first term? First term is quite simple, that is A equal to 1. First term is A, that is 1, that is the first term of this series. And what is the common ratio, dear students? R is equal to 2 by 3 by 1. That is the second term divided by 1. That is equal to what? 2 by 3. Correct? So the value of 2 by 3, obviously it is less than 1. So which formula we are going to use? This first formula we are going to use. Okay, so let me clean this one. So what we get, dear students? We get the formula here is the sum of the first n terms. So Sn, that is equal to A. A is what? 1 into 1 minus r to the power n. R is what? 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 power n divided by 1 minus r. What is r? R is 2 by 3. 1 minus 2 by 3, that is equal to 1 by 3. Correct, dear students? So what we get here, dear students? So from here we get that Sn is equal to 1 minus 2 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 becomes 3. So we get 3 into 1 minus 2 by 3 power n. So this is the sum up to the first n terms. Okay. So that is the answer to the first part of the question. Now what is the second part? That the sum of the first 5 terms. Okay, so let me use a different color. The sum of the first 5 terms. If we look into this part of the question, which is the specific case of the formula we derived where n equal to 5. So from here what we get, dear students? From here we need to find the value of S5. So here we will apply that n equal to 5, that is equal to 3 into 1 minus 2 by 3 power 5. And let me take the value here, dear students, because it is not required to spend time in computing this. Okay, so 3 into 1 minus 2 by 3 power 5, that will become 211 divided by 81. Okay, so we get that S5 is this. Okay, dear students, so I hope you got a very clear idea that how to solve these questions. These are very fundamental questions, basic questions, but it is very important that you work on these questions by your own and so that you can solve a relatively complex problem. Okay, now let's proceed to the next question. Sorry. So the next question is question number 5. So let me write it down. So question number 5 is, how many terms of the GP, how many terms of the GP, terms of the GP, and what is the GP mentioned here, dear students? 3, 3 by 2, 3, 3 by 2, 3 by 4, and continue, are needed to give the sum, are needed to give the sum, 3069 divided by 512. Okay, dear students, the question here is that how many terms of the GP? Okay, the GP is given. The most important part is that whenever the GP is given, the GP, okay, by looking into the GP, we know what is the first term. What is the first term? A, that is equal to 3. And what is the common ratio R, dear students? That is equal to 3 by 2 by 3. Okay, so let me write it here. So 3 by 2 divided by 3. So from here we get the value of R is equal to okay, so it is 1 by 2, correct? Okay, so now the question is that how many terms of this GP, let there be n terms of the GP, so that the sum of those n terms is equal to 3069 by 512. Let me repeat once more. How many terms of the GP are needed to give the sum this 3069 by 512? Let us assume there are n terms to be needed to give the sum 3069 by 512 of this GP whose first term is A and common ratio is 1 by 2. So that means, dear students, what it is? So we can write Sn is equal to 3069 divided by 512. Now what is Sn? Now R is less than 1. So the formula what we are going to use is that A is 3 into sorry dear students, A into 1 minus R to the power n, that means 1 by 2 power n divided by 1 minus 1 by 2, correct? So that is the sum up to the first n terms. So that should be equal to 3069 divided by 512. Dear students, please concentrate that how I derive this equation. According to the question, how many terms of the GP are needed? So let's assume there are n terms to be needed, so that the sum of those n terms is equal to 3069 by 512. From that statement we derive this equation. From here all we need to find the value of n. Okay, so from here what we can write, dear students? So this implies 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, say this 1 by 2 will go up, it will become 6. So what we get, 6 into 1 minus 1 by 2 power n is equal to 3069 divided by 512, correct? So now, just to reduce time, what we can do is that from here we can write that 1 minus 1 by 2 to the power n. So from here we can write 1 minus 1 by 2 power n, that is equal to 3069 by 6 into 512. So that will become 3069. If we multiply 6 into 512, 6 and 512, if we multiply, we will get 3072, correct? So from here what we can get, dear students, that 1 by 2 power n, that 1 by 2 power n will be 1 minus 3069 by 3072, that is equal to 1 minus 3069 divided by 3072. Okay, so that becomes so what we get, 1 by 2 power n, here we will get 1 minus 3069 by 3072, that will become 3 by 3072, that will become 1024, means 1 by 1024. So that means what, dear students? That means 2 to the power n is equal to 1024, and 1024 is a very important number which we can express as 2 to the power 10 generally. Okay, so generally means I wanted to mean is that 2 to the power 10, that value you should be aware upfront, that is 1024. So now from the laws of indices we can say that as 2 to the power n is equal to 2 to the power 10, so that means n is equal to 10, and that is what was required to answer this particular question, that how many terms of this GP are needed. So the answer is 10 terms of this GP are needed, so that the sum is 3069 by 512, correct? So let's proceed to the next question, dear students. Okay, the question number 6. and you will get more relevant questions, and once you solve this type of questions, you will get the next level of questions in the online test platform at konarclasses.com. Okay. In the description section, you will find a presentation that how to use this online platform and what are the different features. Please look into it and you will get a very clear idea. Okay, so now let's look into the question number 6. So question number 6, let me write it here, dear students. The question is that the sum of the first 3 terms of a GP, the sum of first 3 terms of a GP is 13 by 12, okay, and their product is -1, and their product is -1. Find the common ratio and the terms. Okay, find the common ratio and the terms. Okay. Let us understand what has been asked here. Okay. The sum of the first 3 terms of a GP is 13 by 12. Whenever you get this type of question that first 3 terms of a GP you need to select, don't select the terms as A, AR and AR square. Do not do this thing. Why? Let me explain you. So always choose that when there are first 3 terms of a GP, so you choose the terms as A by R, A and AR. You know why? I said don't choose A, AR and AR square. Don't choose. Okay? I say don't choose. Why? I'll explain you. The sum of these 3 terms of a GP is 13 by 12. That means what? We can write A by R plus A plus AR is equal to 13 by 12. And their product is -1. That means what? A by R into A into AR is equal to -1. Now, if we select the 3 terms as A by R, A and AR, these 3 are in GP. The advantage is that when we take their product, we see the R got cancelled. Okay? So that means what? From here we get A to the power 3 is equal to -1. Now, instead of selecting the 3 terms as A by R, A and AR, if you have selected this one, then what we get? The product of the 3 terms A into AR into AR square, that become -1. So from here what we get? A to the power 3 into R to the power 3, that is equal to -1. What is our task? Our task is to find the value of the unknowns, and we should take that approach which will help us to find the value of the unknowns easily. You see here, when we choose these terms as A by R, A and AR, we found the value of these unknowns very easily. A to the power 3 equal to -1. Next 2 steps we will find the value of A. But here it is complex one. So never use this kind of terms when you need to find the first 3 terms of a GP. Do not do this thing. Okay. In fact, I can clean this portion. Correct? Okay. So dear students, the 3 terms whatever we have selected is A by R, A and AR. So we need to find the common ratio. First we need to find the value of R, and then we need to find the 3 terms, that is A by R, A and AR. That means we need to find the value of A as well. How we are going to find it out? Let's see. Now we get a to the power 3 minus 1, a to the power 3 is equal to minus 1. That means what, dear students? So that means a to the power 3 plus 1 is equal to 0. A to the power 3 plus 1 equal to 0. That means a to the power 3 plus 1 to the power 3 is equal to 0. A cube plus b cube equal to 0. So a cube plus b cube formula. That means what, dear students? A plus b into a square minus ab plus b square is equal to 0. That means what, dear students? That means either a plus 1 equal to 0 or a square minus a plus 1 equal to 0. Correct or not? So this implies either a plus 1 is equal to 0 or a square minus a plus 1 equal to 0. Now, dear students, if we look into this one, a square minus a plus 1 equal to 0, this is a quadratic equation in which the discriminant is less than 0. B square minus 4ac, b is minus 1, so minus 1 whole square is plus 1, minus 4ac minus 4 into 1 into 1. So 1 minus 4 less is minus 3 less than 0. So the roots of these quadratic equations are, imaginary. So we should not consider this one. We only consider a plus 1 equal to 0, and that gives the value of a as minus 1. So when we get the value of a equal to minus 1, what are the terms we are getting? Minus 1 by r, then minus 1 and minus r. Correct, my dear students? Okay, so these are the three terms we got. Now if you look into the first portion of the question, the sum of the first three terms of a GP is 13 by 12. That means minus 1 by r minus 1 minus r is equal to 13 by 12. Correct? So from here what we get, dear students? So from here we can write we can take this r common and we can take this all plus, and here we can bring it minus, so you can make it plus. Okay, so r, so here we get 1 plus r square is equal to minus 13 divided by 12. So from here what we get, dear students? So from here we get 12 plus 12 into r plus 12 into r square is equal to minus 13 into r. So that implies what, dear students? Okay. Correct. So what we are going to get from here is that 13 r. So from here what we get? So from here we get that 12 r square plus 25 r, because minus 13 r comes to the left hand side, 12 r plus 13 r is 25 r plus 12 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation in r and we need to solve this one. Okay, so let me solve it in a different color here. Okay, so if we look at, dear students, that 12 r square plus 25 r plus 12 so what we can get? 144, right? 12 into 12 is 144. So we write it here 12 and 12. So 12 is, we can write 3 into 4 into 3 into 4. Okay, so we can have 3 into 3 9 and 4 into 4 is 16. So 16 plus 9, that is 25. So what we can write? 12 r square, okay, plus 16 r plus 9 r plus 12 is equal to 0. So from here what we get? So from these first two terms we can take 4r common, then we get r plus 4. Okay, and from the next two terms we can take 3 common, we get okay, here it will be 3r plus 4, 4r common, 3r plus 4, and here you will get 3r plus 4 is equal to 0. Now from these two terms what we can take common, dear students, it is 3r plus 4 and 4r plus 3, that is equal to 0. So that implies what, dear students? So that implies that either 3r plus 4 equal to 0 that implies either 3r plus 4 equal to 0 or 4r plus 3 equal to 0. Now when you take 3r plus 4 equal to 0, what we get? We get the value of we get the value of r is equal to minus 4 by 3, and when we take the value of 4r plus 3 equal to 0, we get the value of r is equal to minus 3 by 4. So dear students, the first part of the question, find the common ratio, that was the first question, na? Find the common ratio. So what is the common ratio we get? We get the common ratio as either minus 4 by 3 or r equal to minus 3 by 4. Okay, that is the first part of the question. And the second part of the question is that, and find the terms. Okay, so we need to find the terms. So to find the terms, what we need to do? So the terms are a by r, a and ar. A by r, a and ar. So these are the terms. So let's look at here, dear students. So these are the terms a by r, a and ar. When we apply the value of a is equal to minus 1 and the value of r is equal to minus 4 by 3. Okay, so what are the terms we are going to get? A by r. A by r means minus y by minus 4 by 3. That means 3 by 4. Comma a is what? Minus 1. Comma a into r, that means minus 1 into minus 4 by 3, that is 4 by 3. So these are the terms when we consider a equal to minus 1 and r equal to minus 4 by 3. And if we take a equal to minus 1 and r is equal to minus 3 by 4, okay, what are the values we are going to get, dear students? So what are the terms we are going to get? So a by r minus 1 by minus 3 by 4, that means 4 by 3. So 4 by 3, comma a, that is minus 1, comma ar, that is minus 1 into minus 3 by 4, that is equal to 3 by 4. Okay, dear students. So we see the terms can be written in these two different ways. Actually the second one is a reverse way of representation of the first one. So we get the question answer to this question as well. So with this note, let me conclude the session. So there will be second part in which we will be solving some more problems on geometric progression. With this note, let me thank you, each one of you. Bye bye.